Hello third graders, and welcome to another math lesson. Today we are going to work on lesson 311, and our strategy is going to be that of adding a group. But before we do that, it's time for number talk. We're going to focus on the number 16. So on your whiteboard, I want you to write several ways, maybe 6 or 7, that you can make the number 16. And go. So what ways did you come up with making 16? I think of the good old standby. What about 8 plus 8? That's 16. 10 plus 6 is 16. 8 times 2 is 16. 1 plus 15 is 16. Did you happen to come up with 20 minus 4 equals 16? What about 26 minus 6? Or possibly 30 minus 14 equals 16. How about this one? 32 divided by 2. That's 16. And 32 minus 16 is 16. Let's see if we can come up with one more. Here's a pretty simple one. How about 17 minus 1 is 16. Good job. So we're going to work on some mental math and fluency here. And I am going to click on the middle of my page here. And your task is to think about what you saw and how did you see it. What did you see? Did you see 8? And if you did, how did you see 8? Did you see 2 groups of 4, so you saw it as 2 times 4? Or did you see those 2 groups of 4 as 4 plus 4? Maybe you saw 2 plus 2 and then 2 plus 2 and got 8. Or maybe you saw, when I saw my 4 plus 4 over here, I was thinking, well, there's 4 here and 4 here. But maybe did you see 4 across the top and 4 across the top? So that would be 4 plus 4. Okay? We're going to try it again. Going to look at the picture very quick and then think about what you saw and how you saw it. What did you see this time? Did you see 8 again? I saw 2 rows of 4, so I saw 2 times 4, and that's 8. And when I say I saw 2 rows of 4, I mean like this. Okay, 2 rows of 4. Maybe you saw it as 4 plus 4 again. Or maybe when you saw it in the rows like this, maybe you saw it as 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay? All right, let's try one more. What did you see? And how did you see it? Ready? What did you see? Did you see 15? How did you see 15? I saw 3 groups of 5. So I just kind of skip counted 5, 10, 15. But I also know that 3 times 5 equals 15. Good job. Here we go. Let's get our lesson started. We're going to do a math message. I want you to have your whiteboard marker and eraser handy. Here's your task. Suppose you are arranging chairs for a class show. On your whiteboard sketch, make an array. 5 rows with 4 chairs in each row. And then I need you to write a number model that shows the total number of chairs. I'm going to pause the video so that you can do that. And then when I think you've had enough time, I'll come back. Okay, so this is what I came up with. Here's my array because the direction was to make 5 rows with 4 chairs in each row and then to write a number model for that. So my number model is 5 times 4 equals 20. Now how did I get 5 times 4 equals 20? I have 5 rows and 4 in each row. Okay? Now, let's think about this problem. No, we have to go back. Sorry. Here's what I want you to consider, okay, with your array here. Suppose that we've got more people coming to this show, okay? And another row of chairs needs to be added so that we can have them have a place to sit. So I'm going to add another row. Now a row is going up and down, so I'm going to add another row right here. Another row of 4 chairs. Okay. Now how many rows of chairs did I add? I added 1 row. And how many chairs are in that row? There are 4 chairs in this row. Now, how is this new array different from the 5 by 4 array? Well, it now has 6 rows of 4. It has 1 more row of 4 chairs. What is a multiplication number model for this new array? It's going to be 6 times 4 equals 24. Now here's a really cool thing about when we use the strategy add a row. So I have made my original array for 5 times 4. But I'm going to add another row, which I did with my 4 red X's. To figure out the answer for 6 times 4, I don't really have to go around and count each one of those X's, because I know that here for 5 times 4, it's already 20. So if I'm adding 1 more row, I just need to add on those 4 more chairs. So this is 20. Then this is 21, 22, 23, 24. When we add a row, we can consider our original number model a helper fact. Okay, because we've already figured it out. So we can use that helper fact, and it's going to help us figure out another problem. Okay? So the strategy that we're going to be using today is going to be adding a group. And our group is going to be a row of something that we're going to add. So here is another problem. Javon has 2 boxes of crayons with 8 crayons in each box. How many crayons does he have altogether? Let's make an array for that. He has got 2 boxes. There's box 1 and box 2. There's going to be 8 in each box. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many crayons does he have? He has 2 boxes of 8 crayons. And when I count those all together, I get 16. He has 16 crayons. Now, what if he finds another box of 8 crayons? Let's add another box or a row. So here's the third box. It's also going to have 8 crayons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, the problem for the original array is going to be our helper fact, because we already know the answer to that. The number model for our new array to show that we have 3 boxes is going to be 3 times 8. And because I know the answer to 2 times 8 is 16, I can just start at 16. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. The answer to 3 times 8 is 24. Using a helper fact to solve a new problem when we add a row. Let's try one more before I explain to you what your seat work is going to be. Oh, let's say there's a show that's going to be in the classroom and we need to have 3 rows of 7 chairs. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The number model for my rows of chairs are 3 because I have 3 rows, 7 because there's 7 in each row. I count my X's in my array and I'm going to get 21. But Mrs. O'Brien just came down and said, hey, we're having more people show up for the show, so we need to add another row of chairs. So I'm going to add a row. Now I have 4 rows, and there's going to be 7 in that row also. So I need a new number sentence for my new array, and it's going to be 4 times 7. Now remember, I don't have to go and count all those X's up because I already know that the answer to the first array to 3 times 7 was 21. So I just need to add on 1 more row. So that's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 chairs. So for your work today, you are going to work on Math Journal pages 90 and 91. Very simple. The directions are right there. For number 1, you're going to sketch a picture to show 2 rows of jars with 7 jars in each row. You're going to make that array. How many jars are there? Write the number model for it. Then use a different colored pencil to add another row of jars, like I did in some of my problems. When I added that row, I used a different color. That way I can tell it apart. So you want to use a different color to add another row of jars to show 3 rows, okay, of 7 jars in each row. You can flip back to my other screens to see how I did my problems. So you can do number 1 and number 2. Make sure you have number models. For this one down here, try this. You can make up your own to do. That would be fun and challenging. And then math boxes. This is page 92. Okay? Now when you're reading through the questions, read it once, read it twice, read it 3 times to make sure that you understand what you need to do. And if you have to, you can get your student reference book and go to those pages for some help. Good luck.